Story to Mum and Dad and the principal was that he was trying to get it out of the wall so no one else could hurt themselves. But I think we all know he just found it and wanted to go himself. Similar to Crocodile Dundee, Rob has been known to wrestle a McDonald's Happy Toy into the teeth of a whirring circular saw. He was winning this fight until he realised that the stuffing had got jammed because it had loads of metal shreds in it. And this ruined the bandsaw and leading to a confession to his boss that he fell and dropped it. Usually after a drink, Rob's other exploits include climbing various roofs and trees at home, or scaffolding in Swansea, I hear. It's also worth adding that we never knew how Rob got up there, or how long it took for him to get up there, but I can promise you, it always took us at least half an hour with step-by-step directions and a diagram to get him down again.
We now move on to the nature section of the Blockbuster store. Growing up in the country has allowed Rob to get in touch with nature, very much like Bear Grylls or Ray Mears. Also, similarly to Enter the Wild, when Rob was at primary school, he and his friends decided to run away from home and live off the land. The only problem was that Rob was the only one that took this seriously and actually ran off. After Essex voluntary search and rescue team had been looking for Rob for nearly 4 hours, the only grizzly bear Rob met that day was our lovely mother. As we mentioned earlier, Rob has a natural talent for climbing trees and going on adventures. I recall one afternoon at Spring House when Rob pretended to fall out of a tree and break his leg. This, ladies and gentlemen, was actually a ploy to see who could run faster, Mum or Dad. But it took all of Rob's restraint not to sing out loud the theme or the main music to the Chariots of Fire as they hurtled down the hill. Although Rob was a Boy Scout, unfortunately camping is not one of his specialities. As he thought he could survive a weekend's camping trip to Silverstone with only a carrier bag containing 2 pairs of pants and a toothbrush. The other campers must have got a bit of a shock when in the middle of a cold night, all that could be heard from our tent was, "I'm cold, I love you, can I have a cuddle?" After explaining to Rob that he isn't a cowboy and this isn't a scene from Brokeback Mountain, one of us eventually allowed us into a sleeping bag. Rob also had a fascination for exotic animals. When he was younger and asked what pet he would like, his usual reply would be a crocodile or a helper monkey. This also now stretched to furniture. As anyone who goes on holiday, Rob would always ask them to bring him back an elephant's foot umbrella stand or a monkey's paw. Very strange taste in furniture, my brother. Well, I'm pleased to say I brought him back a gorilla's hand ashtray from Ghana, but I don't think I can fit in an elephant's foot in my suitcase.
Now we move on to drama. As I'm sure you may well know,